Hey, how are you doing? It's Alan here from Look for Warriors, and I want to take you through something really, really important today. Critical client flow from David Jennings, his Systemology book. I've just read the book. The most important aspect is this critical client flow. From all of the systems books that I've read in the past, Sam Carpenter worked the system, all the EMIT books, even Checklist Manifesto, which is not a business system book, but it's a book about systems. Getting things done, black box thinking. The one thing that's always left out, particularly in business systemization books, is there's always that gap between reading the book, getting the information, and actually implementing business systems in your business. Now, this critical client flow, I believe, is what bridges that gap. That will take you from reading the book and saying, hey, business systems are great, I should really use them, to actually implement business systems in your business. Critical client flow. Now, what is it? So it takes you through the whole process of a client when they join, when they get to know who you are, you get their attention somehow, right through to the end to get repeat business. So it's the step by steps. So what David is saying in this book is we should take a person from this step right to the end of the step, and we need to implement business systems right throughout. And the one little thing I feel that he's leaving out is support. There's no ongoing support on his diagram, which I think is really important. There's no point in bringing people through a process and not having ongoing support later on. Now, maybe in some businesses you don't need support. He ran a rock and roll music clothing store. He may not need specific support there, but almost any service business is going to need a support element to their business. People are going to have problems and you've got to help them. So critical client flow, first step, attention. Where do you get their attention? Now for me, when I'm taking a look at this, attention is YouTube, it's Facebook ads, or it's Facebook and Instagram. To me, that's what attention is today. Ads and newspapers are just, for most businesses, especially small businesses. If you're a multinational, this doesn't apply to you. But ads and newspapers, billboards, any offline stuff, TV advertising, any of that is a complete waste of time. I also think just now, Google, unless you have a huge budget, Google AdWords is a bit of a waste of time. It was great when people didn't know about it, but it's so expensive now per click that most people can't make a profit from it. In my opinion, you could be different. But in my opinion, most people just can't make a profit from Google ads anymore. But Facebook ads are not there yet, and they will be at some stage. Probably. I don't know if Facebook has its own problems with regulation. But right now, they give you incredible demographics. How old is someone, what pages they follow, what they're interested in. They may not have that always, but right now they have it. And the ads can be cheap. Obviously, you can scale up and you can spend a lot of money on Facebook ads, but initially they can be very cheap, like $5 or €5 a day. So I think the attention area is, for me, it's Facebook ads, Facebook, Instagram posts, YouTube, that kind of thing. It's all online marketing, pretty much. Maybe Pinterest, depending on your business, could be Pinterest. So it takes you from attention to inquiry. The inquiry is your funnel. What you do once do they make a phone call? Do they fill in a form? Do they email? What do they do? How do they make an inquiry? Then it gives you the sales process. You have 3 or 4 steps there, which is good. That's good thinking. It's probably going to be 3 or 4 steps on the sales process. And if there's one step, just fill in one box. They're all in boxes. You'll see. Buy the book and just download it. You can just download it. From there, there's delivery, which is really, really important. How does the product or service get delivered? And there's repeat business then afterwards. So it's a whole step-by-step process through the client journey. I guess it's kind of a client journey. It's not a client journey as you would have heard before, but it's the client's journey through your business. It's not like the marketing client journey that people talk about. But this is so, so important. The critical client flow. Now I just download this, I put it on my iPad, put out the notability, and I work it out from start to finish. And that's exactly what you should do. Now, what I did, and David doesn't say this, what I did after that is, once I worked out the whole step-by-step process, I took it all out, put it into Pages, which is on the iPad, and worked out what systems need to be in each step, because there may be multiple systems in each step. But the critical client flow, I believe, is the key. It's the key between you thinking systems are a good idea, and you're looking at companies like McDonald's saying, hey, they're great, and you beginning to implement systems in your business. And systems, let me tell you, systems are the most important thing in a business. Systems is what allow you to sell a business. You cannot sell a business without systems. There's no way. You can sell a business if you stay on to run the business afterwards. But if you want to sell a business without you, there has to be systems in place. Without that, it's completely unsaleable. Systems are what allow you to step away from your business. So if you're in a business and you're working 80 hours a week, systems are what allows you to step away from your business and trust other people to run the business for you. And even if you're just in a multinational, let's say you're a manager in a multinational, systems are really important too. Because putting the right systems in place means you don't have to do everything. You don't have to micromanage. You don't have to watch every single thing that's being done. All you need to do is make sure the systems are followed. And this is the last thing I'm going to say, I'm going to end this now. But the one great thing about systems, the greatest thing about systems as well, is that people can never do anything wrong. Whenever something goes wrong, it's never a person's fault. It's only, did they follow the system or did they not follow the system? If they didn't follow the system, then we just need to do some training around the system. If they did follow the system and you didn't get the right outcome, there's a system problem. It's not a personal problem. It's not a problem with the person, it's a problem with the system. So you need to go in and fix the system. If they didn't follow the system, obviously you need to just do some more training so that people follow the systems closer. But it's never a person problem. I think that's huge. It's absolutely huge. It's always a problem in the system. So this has been Alan here from Looking for Warriors. Just want to take you through the critical client flow on David Jennings' book. It's so important. Systemology. I will put a link to the book in Amazon underneath this video. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I want you to subscribe to this channel. And could you put a comment in? Just put a comment in, because I want to go through all systems books. And I want to make sure I'm not missing something. I think David Jennings' book, Systemology, is the best systems book that has ever been written right now. But I could be wrong. You let me know in the comments if you've read a really good business systems book, so I can take a look at it too.